Hey, hello, welcome to the show. It's me, JP. It's time for JP's product pick of the week. And here we are, right here at Adafruit Central. I made that up. That's not a thing. But I welcome you all in our chats. Thanks for stopping by. We have people over in our YouTube chat. Hello, Graf Avdalhagen, Dave Odessa, Tackle the World, Johnny Bergdahl, Jeff Hunt. Nice to see you all. And our other chat, if you're somewhere that doesn't seem to have a chat going on and you're wondering where that is, then check out our Discord server. You can head over there by going to adafru.it/discord, and that will take you right here, right to our Discord, and you can look for the live broadcast chat channel. Sorry, some glasses adjustment there. Live broadcast chat channel has such people as Unisku7, Sam, J. Ohio, Thin Man, Johnny Bergdahl is there as well. Starman, C. Grover, hello, welcome for stopping by. Hey there, Super Daddy. Can I call you SD? Hi, Jim Hendrickson and Todd Bott. The chat is here. That's right, Johnny Bergdahl. Hey, Gary T. over in our YouTube. Welcome. Welcome one and all. And I appreciate you stopping by. So what happens here is I'm going to show you a product pick. This one is a blast from the past, an oldie but goodie. If you want to get a jump start, head on over to that URL right there or to that QR code. And that will take you over to the product pick, the product page. This show happens inside of that page. I will talk to you from within the product page and encourage you to consider purchasing one or up to 10 of them at a steep, steep discount, because during JP's product pick of the week, that's me, we have I believe it's 50% off on the product pick. Oh my gosh, my website, my web is going crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna log in. For some reason, the Adafruit site just logged me out. There we are. Get back in there. Oh, it wants an authentication code too. What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I guess that's safer. Hold on. Is that the right place? And yeah. No. Hold on. Is my verification code. Lishatisla, says Todd Bott over there. What am I talking about? I'm talking about that cat. So if you head to this product page, you will see that we have the product pick at a 50% discount during the show only. So head to that URL right there, and you can throw them in your cart. They will be good at that price until the end of the show if they last. I think we stashed 100 of them. Maybe we had more, but we always try to stash at least 100. And you don't need a coupon code during JP's product pick of the week. You just throw it in the cart, and it is priced to sell. It'll be priced at half price today. So that's where you're going to go. But what is this thing? Well, I'm going to have Lady Ada jump back just a few years in time to tell us about it. So please take it away, Lady Ada.
Yeah, we have the new Gemma M0. So the Gemma M0 is the new generation of Gemma. So we had the Gemma Classic for a couple of years, which is kind of a variant on the Flora. So we wanted to make a smaller Flora. And this is kind of a rethink. So instead of using an AT-Tiny processor, we went with an ATSAMD21E18, which is the same chip that's used in our Feather M0 and Metro M0. We used just a pin that version that has a fewer pins, so it could fit into the center there. And what's nice is it's really powerful. So it's got 64 times as much RAM and 8 times as much flash, and it runs 6 times faster. So it's all around much faster, has a lot more capabilities. It can do USB serial or USB keyboard, it acts like a proper Arduino. You can do debugging with it. You can have it show up as a keyboard. You can show up as a mass storage disk drive. It has a ton of flash space, so you can store little audio clips inside of it because you have 256K of flash. So we have a demo with
yeah. How many NeoPixels do you think you could drive with this?
You can drive about 6,000.
6,000?
Yeah, because you have 32K of flash, and then you use 3 bytes per, so about 6,000. You have a little bit left over.
Wow.
So you can drive a lot of NeoPixels because there's tons more RAM. And we added like a little dot star RGB LED there as well, so you can see it's changing colors for you. So, you know, we used to have a green LED, but then we decided, you know what, if you have all these extra pins, because we have a lot of pins on this chip, so we just connected to a dot star LED, and so you can have
status notification,
whatever.
Test, make sure everything's working. Mm-hmm. No ID you need, just pop it in, it shows up as drive.
Yeah, and so we use the same pin IDs as the original Gemma. So if you have code for the Gemma and Arduino, you can just run on this and it'll be identical. We kind of made, you know, A0 and D1 and D2, all the pins. So they don't like make a lot of sense, but they're identical to the old Gemma, which is pretty handy. And it's the same size. We made the pads bigger, so you can use it with alligator clips. You can still sew them, but they're a little more alligator clip friendly, so that's kind of nice. And it's compatible. And then one of the big changes is that we updated it to now come with CircuitPython. So instead of, you can use it with Arduino, and it works with our Arduino core just fine. Everything's lovely under Arduino, and you get full control of the chip. But when we ship it to you, it comes with CircuitPython. So when you plug it in, it shows up like a little disk drive with code examples already on it, a README, the Windows driver if you need a driver file.
So you don't have to download any software?
There's no software. You just edit the main.py file right there using your favorite editor or text editor or whatever. And I just have a little demo of the Gemma M0 here, so I can show it off. So, you know, this is actually running Python. So I got a 16 by 16 LED matrix. And then I just plugged in a little battery. Yeah. And then
turn it on.
Just a red, green, blue, rainbow. So it can drive, you know, easily within Python, NeoPixels or sensors. All the pads can be analog inputs. There's a true analog output, so you can play little audio files. We have a 10-second, 12-second audio file version that you can play just directly from the analog output pin. All the pins can do capacitive touch. They can do PWM, so you can connect servos. And what's nice is it's like a natively Arduino and CircuitPython supported, so you don't have, like with the old Gemma, it was like kind of a bit bangy and a little hacky, like, you know, you had a special version of the wire library maybe, or you had a special like servo control library. With this, it's like actually the full 48 megahertz, 256K flash version of the chip. It's just very small, and you have these pads, but it's very powerful. And we got good pricing on the chips, so it's still the same price as the original Gemma, but it's just like way better.
That's the thing that a few people noted. It's the same price as the original Gemma.
Mm-hmm. It's the same price, but it's going to be a lot easier to use, more powerful. And I would recommend people, if you're starting on a new Gemma project, just go with the M0, because you'll be able to use Python. And if you're getting started with programming, I think Python's a little easier to learn. Or you can use Arduino, and then again, all the code is back compatible. Like we went back and we actually checked all of our Gemma guides, and we tested them to make sure. And we're going to go back and add CircuitPython code for them as well.
What I like about this, if you do like a costuming, or if you do anything where it has a bunch of LEDs, and you're in an event, you could just edit the code kind of there on anything. Yeah, it's a big deal.
And you can use it with any sensors, and it's just like you're using an existing ecosystem and this nice powerful chip.
Yeah.
And we just moved a couple. Oops. I think my battery died. We just have to move a couple parts around, but it pretty much all fit. And yeah, it's like you get a NeoPixel, and you got this nice silk screen on the back.
Yeah.
And it works just as normal with all your Gemma projects, but it's better. And this will enable people to do even more projects, especially like with CircuitPython. It's a lot easier to use because, again, you just plug it in, and we have example code ready to go for NeoPixels.
Yeah,
and
we're
buttons.
working on getting it with MakeCode.adafruit.com as well. We're going to do all that.
So it's very exciting. Okay. So I'm excited about this Gemma, and we'll have a trinket as well.
Okay.
And then, of course, the Circuit Playground Express. So we have now we're going to have 5 boards with CircuitPython.
Yeah, we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Look at it. That's it right there. That is my product pick of the week this week. It is the Gemma M0, everyone's favorite little round microcontroller board. Everyone's. So this is a Cortex M0 at SAMD21. It's a powerful chip. You can run Arduino on it. You can run CircuitPython on it, and you can use MakeCode. In fact, I'll show you that today. It has a gorgeous little silk screen with the cute little Gemma logo on there. It has 3 GPIO pins that can do analog in, digital out. 1 pin can do analog out, so you've got a wide variety of things you can do with those. They can all do PWM. There's a dot star built on. It has a battery connector, so you can easily use it in portable projects. And it has an on-off switch, something I really appreciate. Not every board does. So this is great for wearables, for props, for really small projects. It's friendly, right? Round is friendly. Square's not friendly. Round is friendly. That's a cute little friendly happy board. It is good for people who are just starting out as well, because you can code this, like I said, in MakeCode, something real simple like that, or CircuitPython or Arduino if you're doing more advanced things. But you can use it for introduction to physical computing types of things. Since you have capacitive touch on those 3 GPIO as well, you can just get it up and running without any added hardware and blink that little dot star in there, have it change colors. So there's a lot you can do with it. Like I said, it is sewable. So you can see, in fact, here's Lars. This was from a product pick I did a couple weeks ago, these little Flora NeoPixels. So here you can see the Gemma is running this little pattern on Lars' super fancy vest lapel decoration. But that's the Gemma right there. It is just sewn to a pin that has the NeoPixels controlled by that, and then we have a LiPo battery here. It does not have LiPo charging, but you can use the LiPo. So you can see here I've got the little on-off switch, which is really nice, really convenient. So it's kind of an all-in-one board. You don't need much else with it to get started on your projects. So let's take a look at a few things. First of all, here is the aforementioned product page. I'm going to refresh it there. Good, we're still in stock. And those are just $4.98 right now, half price during the show, max of 10 per customer. But you can just throw them in your cart at that price, get them before the show is over or before they sell out, and you're good to go. You could add to that some small alligator clips. I'll show you these little alligator clips in use. They're really convenient for projects with this. If you want to add some conductive thread and some Flora NeoPixels or a battery pack of some kind. You can use a 3 AA or AAA battery pack. I think maybe even a 2. Will a 2 power it? I can't remember. We'll check the data sheet on that. But you've got options on running that off of battery power. If you scroll down here, you'll see some of the stats on this. So it has 256K of flash, 32K of RAM, and it's a 48 megahertz 32-bit processor running on there, so way, way faster than the old AT-Tiny 85 we had on there. It has native USB support, so this is great for your USB HID keyboard projects. If you want to make a mouse wiggler, we have a learn guide for that. If you want to use it in MIDI projects, it'll work well in MIDI projects. In fact, you could set it up with the little cap touch buttons as some little easy controllers to play 3 different little notes on MIDI over USB there. And then you've got analog output on one pad, so you can do high quality audio out to a little amplifier. We also have 2 high-speed PWM outputs. I lied before, it's not 3, 2 of them. So you can hook up servos. In fact, I believe we have a servo that has alligator clips on it, so easy to connect. In some ways, it's like a little mini version of something like a Circuit Playground. It's got sort of a similar form factor. It's just way, way, way smaller. And let's take a look. If you scroll down, we've got the primary guide for the Gemma, and there's also some project guides, lots and lots of project guides if you click the link there. And that'll tell you all about it, as well as the pinouts. You can take a look right there. There's a little guided tour, which will show you where everything is on here, if you're curious about the layout. And then we have guide sections on CircuitPython, on MakeCode, and Arduino. I wanted to show you a little demo of this in MakeCode. So let's switch over here. So I'm going to take my Gemma, I'm just going to plug it into USB, and it starts up. And if I hit the reset button, I've now launched the MakeCode code that's on there. And that's this browser-based code. So if you're not familiar with it, I use Chrome for this, but I think any browser that can, most any modern browser, if you want to do some of the automatic uploading of your firmware, I think you might need something with Web USB or Chrome. I can't remember. But I'm using Chrome here, and I'm at maker.makecode.com. That is there are a few different MakeCode sites. Maker.makecode.com is the one that allows you to pick from a whole slew, I think dozens at this point, of different microcontrollers. You can see I'm on, it knows that I'm on or I've selected the Gemma. You can see the little icon at the bottom there of the Gemma. And in fact, that's an interactive little simulation of the board with the code that it's running. So you can see right now I have essentially capacitive touch running. If I hit D0, my dot star goes red. If I hit D1, dot star goes green. If I hit D2, dot star goes blue. And so if let's see, how do we get out of, we'll go back here. So here's the code that's running on it, and it is simply drag and drop blocks. So I'm setting my brightness with a little loop that's on start or startup. And then I've essentially duplicated this one block, which is found here, input. And these are specific to what's available on this board. So I've picked on touch D0 click, so I drag that out there. And then I modified it in this case to say on down. So when I touch it, or on up, when I release it, it does different things. And I've dragged some pixel code, in this case dot star code. And again, it knows that that's the kind of code I have on there. So if you look here in the real world, if I touch D0, it goes red. And I have on release, they all go to yellow. So there we go to green and back to yellow and blue and back to yellow. Now, these being capacitive touch pads, I can hook up some little alligator clips. I'll probably reset this after I add these, just because that can impact the calibration of the capacitive touch code there. So I'm just going to hook these three up, and let's hit reset. Get away from it. Hit that again. Okay, and now if I zoom out here so you can see a better picture of that. So now my alligator clips are going to work as my capacitive touch inputs. So I can touch these three different alligator clips and change the LED color on there. But that could be an interface to trigger just about anything that you like. So really easy to get up and running, and it's kind of nice because I haven't had to wire up any physical buttons. It's no soldering involved, lots of plug and play. You can use sewable thread, conductive sewable thread. You can use alligator clips. You can wrap wire around there. You can use screws and bolts, or screws and nuts rather, to make alternate connections. So a lot of options there on how to use the capacitive touch there. So that is sort of a little mini introduction there of some of the things you can do, but imagine just about anything you can do in CircuitPython with some of the simpler, smaller libraries. Again, this is a constrained chip, it's not huge, but Arduino, just about sky's the limit. You can do tons and tons of powerful stuff in Arduino, and as you can see here, you can get up and running with a nice GUI inside of Maker.MakeCode. So let's see if we've got any questions over in the Discord. We got a sloth. Okay, we have a suggestion, which is don't give Lars a third eye. Yeah. So Lars should stay as is, but I thought getting him in a little fancy outfit was something he deserved for all the guff he takes. So let's see. Anything else? I think that's going to do it. So this right here, oh, and you know what? I'll go ahead and plug a battery in so I can keep this on the go. And we'll reset that. It might not like me touching it when we're resetting. Oh yeah, that'll work. So that right there is my product pick of the week this week. It is the Gemma M0. For Adafruit Industries, I'm John Park. This has been JP's product pick of the week. Don't forget to head on over to this URL if you want to go and pick up some of these at the discounted price. Price will go back up pretty soon after the show. For Adafruit Industries, I'm John Park. This is Lars. This has been JP's product pick of the week. I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.